With global warming and the environment, how could your business provide a benefit to a possible client? Can you reconnect to say you've improved your packaging or implemented other methods to improve environmental concerns and cut waste? By broadening the scope of B2B cold calling scripts, you increase the methods of marketing your products. Sales managers regarding B2B cold calling have to make clear to the cold caller two priorities. 1, calls per day. 2, call time. The CPD/CT are great statistics and can be logged at the telephone service providers. A rookie B2B cold caller will generally have shorter call time than an experienced cold caller, but with coaching and guidance, the call time should improve. The question always arises, how much time should a B2B cold caller spend on the phone daily? Now, supposedly, we work 480 minutes per day, so 200 to 250 minutes per day is a healthy target. That's an average of 4 to 5 minutes per call. Now, if you're making 50 calls per day with 90 to 100 minutes of call time, you're probably leaving voicemails and need to re-strategize your contacts. Or conversely, 10 calls per day at 20 to 25 minutes per call with no orders, well, the calls might not be reaching the correct people, or the conversation has drifted from business to sports or movies. Many sales managers employ tape recording devices to monitor calls to critique their B2B cold callers. If the call is being recorded, the recipient must be informed that they are being recorded, which can be awkward, as cold calling is difficult enough without a disclaimer at the beginning of the call. However, conferencing in your sales manager before you make the call to your prospect, whether to monitor, critique you after the call, or even assist in the sales process can be applied. Even the reverse of the manager demonstrating to the B2B cold caller by listening on another line is an effective form of sales training. Up until now, we have looked at developing a call list, putting it in motion, and logging our information in a CRM database. Although I was proficient at cold calling, my greatest challenge was logging my call debriefing information in my CRM. Often we're too anxious to meet our call quota for the day. But in retrospect, important data that I thought I would remember and should have kept as intellectual property got lost. Even details such as personal information. Is the person married? What is their family like? Their lifestyle? Regarding your contact should be noted to create a customer profile. As an example, the personality of an adventurous entrepreneur would contrast personalities of established government purchasers who process regular purchase orders. When communicating with business owners, they've probably poured their heart and soul into building their business, so please recognize their passion. By prospecting potential clients via SIC codes, identifying target contacts through website analysis, presenting with initial cold calls, we can now progress to the closing phase. Our cold call scripts provide a professional, courteous approach to becoming an authorized supplier to our target companies. However, in order to close the sale, secondary and final contact phases are required. Here we have an illustration of how a managed company with a credible business plan will grow, indicated by upward pressure resulting by market penetration. Inevitably, a challenge will arrive, such as unexpected competition, resulting in an expense, which in turn reverses the company's growth with downward pressure on operations. Management, analyzing the situation, will adjust the company accordingly, and the company continues to grow until another challenge, such as an example, outdated equipment occurs. Management once again provides a solution to provide upward momentum for the company to grow. Here is the sweet spot for introducing your product or solution to build your client's business. Here is a goal-setting closing model that you and your sales manager can live with. 50 daily calls is mandatory. Now, with proper research, you should have close to a 90% hit factor with the company, even if it is with the receptionists, executive assistants, or other frontline personnel. There is a 10% margin of error for outdated contact information, the restructuring of the target company, or even takeovers can apply. Our cold call scripts are designed to propel you beyond rejection and other possible negative responses. After penetrating the target company and contacting either purchasing, accounting, marketing, sales, or even the decision maker, the climb up the closing ladder will take shape. The more open-ended, investigative questions you have for your contact, the better. Questions like, what is your company's budget for products like mine, may be too demanding initially. Many pre-sales questions revolve around creating a need for the product or solution you're selling. Now, this method works under certain conditions, but remember, the decision maker is no fool, and there's no guarantee that they'll purchase your product over a competitor who offers the same product or solution 30% cheaper. No matter who you end up with, when the gatekeeper allows you passage, you may enter a maze of call forwarding or backwarding to the gatekeeper, left on hold, cut off, wrong local, voice messaging with your call rarely, if ever, being returned, or maybe sent right through to the decision maker. Whatever the outcome, please be ready to make each contact you make sound like a victory. Referrals or leveraging from past contacts within your target company will make you sound like a team player. Remember, positive spin words like authorize, benefit, supply chain, growth, build. Make your call about the customer, not about you or what you're selling. As an example, how positively reinforced speech can empower your B2B cold call selling. I spent years selling computers and software in several different environments. I once worked in a large privately owned retail chain who asked if I would like to do their store announcing to promote the in-store benefits of shopping there. I thought I would do some experimenting on customer feedback. I tried two types of announcing. Number one, price an item, and number two, customer service. This was a successful store with excellent management, great reputation, solid branding, and fantastic selection. When I did price an item with sale prices, which would save the customer money, the reaction was negative. Customers disliked being pressured, even when the quality item was priced very low and for a limited time. Then I switched to customer service, offering information on up-and-coming in-store informational seminars, career opportunities, no obligation product demonstrations, and just briefly mentioning the current flyer that was in effect that the customer could peruse the prices at their discretion. What happened? All the seminars booked up. Career posting applications increased, and product demonstrations led to customers staying in the store longer, increasing the chances for sales. What did that tell me? Your B2B cold call is all about customer service, present and future. Instead of creating a need or the pain in the company for your initial sale, which will allow the company the freedom to choose any of your competitors with a simple RFP, focus on communicating the benefits of positive customer service. Earlier, I proposed to sales managers that if you were expecting a sale by making a call or two, that B2B cold calling was not for you. However, in all fairness, you are paying your sales team to hit sales goals. I have a proposal for goal setting that both you and your teams can live with. As we tweak our cold call scripts for the day, let's put our day plan in perspective and provide a matrix of calls per day relative to the hours in the workday. To the left, we have our calls per day and our real-time baseline of hours in the workday at the bottom of the screen. The majority of cold calling should be accomplished within the first 3 hours of the workday, consuming approximately 150 of 180 minutes. The second part of your cold calling should be to follow up previous qualified contacts for further investigating and presenting of your products, as well as closing the sale.